Hey everybody, it's Sleeve in South Jersey again, and again I was driving home and saw another place I think you might want to take a look at. I'm at a shopping center, well, it used to be, and basically all but a third of it is shut down and not used. A little bit about the shopping center. The biggest part of it used to be called Builders Emporium. That later became Channel Home Center, and then Channel Home Center was bought out by Rickle before that company went belly up. And so this closed sometime in the 1990s, early 2000s. Then when that portion was opened up again, half of it was walled off, and that's the half that now the Postal Service uses as some kind of distribution center of some sort. So we look over there, we'll see Postal Service signs, people parked in the parking lot, and also some mail trucks coming through here. At one time, there was kind of a used car lot using this as well. So there's like a boarded up couple of doors over towards the Postal Service side of the building, and that's where the office for the used car lot was, and they used this parking lot for the used car lot. And now the other half, the main portion of the former Channel Rickle Builders Emporium, that was a Big Lots. Well, until Big Lots lost their lease. Now the other portion of the building, when I was a little kid, it was a Plus mini market. Plus at the time was part of A&P, and it was kind of like a miniature supermarket, if you will. Well, that went under, and then it was replaced by an Odd Lots. And here's the funny thing, is that Big Lots and Odd Lots is the same company. So Big Lots and Odd Lots have been here not just one time, but twice within this shopping center. Kind of ironic. And then it became some kind of no-name place. I think it was called Bargain Time or something for a time. Then it was shut down. And then there was a Pentecostal church that had been meeting in the former Prestige Pontiac Volkswagen dealership, which has since been torn down, turned into a Wawa gas station and whatnot. So they moved here. It was the Solid Rock Worship Center. It's funny because I go to the Solid Rock Baptist Church, and one of our prayer requests was that they'd either change their name or shut down because they were using our name. They even had a bus that was painted up to look like our buses, white with maroon lettering. It said Solid Rock Church on them. It was kind of a little bit off there, if you ask me. I remember one day driving home from church, and the I on the Solid Rock that was printed up here had fallen down. So that was the Sold Rock Worship Center. Hey, it was a church reaching out to former drug dealers. Sold Rock. Sorry, I shouldn't go there, but I couldn't pass it up. Well, anyway, they ended up selling that and moving to a former Catholic church in Cherry Hill before that church disbanded. Interesting story. There were some people they had living in the church building. They were having some difficulties, some struggles, and these people were then going out and robbing houses in the neighborhood. So that's why that church no more. But then this location became a Bottom Dollar Foods. A little bit about Bottom Dollar, if you never heard of them. The same parent company that owns Food Lion, for those of you down south, and Hannaford, for those of you in New England. They have a discount, or they had, past tense, a discount supermarket chain, if you will. Kind of a bare bones kind of deal. But it had a full produce section, had name brand foods and stuff like that. I loved shopping there. sometimes you go to some of these cut rate places like Save a Lot or Dollar General, and you kind of feel like, man, I'm telling everyone I'm broke when I'm shopping here. This place was like just so much different. I mean, I loved shopping there because, one, the prices were great. You found stuff that you really wanted to buy, and it was quality stuff at a good price, and it was set up like it didn't feel cheap. It actually felt like a really nice supermarket. Well, sadly, the parent company of those Bottom Dollar and those other stores, they sold out Bottom Dollar to Aldi. And so all the locations closed, and many of them were remodeled and opened up as Aldi's. This, unfortunately, was not one of those sites. It closed, and closed for good. So we're going to take a look and see what we can see. Okay. So you can see this is the former Bottom Dollar. Then you have the Big Lots, former Channel or Rickle. And at that end, again, that's the part of the Channel or the Rickle that became Postal Service. I don't know what we're going to see when we go through here, so I'm not going to guarantee we'll see much. But we'll try to take a look here. It still has power. You see the lights are still on. This area here was where the shopping carts were. You see through the door here. But yeah, you see that mail truck, a Grumman LLV, by the way. And you're going to see a bunch of them kind of shoot through here from time to time. They still have the in and the out there from the original Bottom Dollar. You can see, I don't know if you can see, I can see it, turnstile that you go through here. No solicitation. And I don't know, again, you really see anything here. Looks like they really boarded up. Oh yeah, they boarded up that door because otherwise you'd be able to get in. You can see there's still power because you have one light still on. And yeah, this is where the shopping carts will be kept. And you had to use a quarter. You know, those locks that operate by a quarter that you get your quarter back. When you go to return them. Well, okay, they got like material here on these windows. So you can see with this here, this was the cooler area where the produce was. And of course, let you know what kind of your shopping carts they aren't supposed to make it off the property, but trust me, they do. Okay. And this over here is the former Channel, Rickle, Big Lots, what have you. You're not going to be able to see through here at all. I don't know. I don't think there's any kind of... it's just all boarded up here. I don't know if they're going to try to get into here or not. But yeah, it's all boarded up. This is these are our postal employees, I gather. That's where they are. Parked here because we have an active postal service. So as you can see that corner over here. And I don't know if we can see through here or not. But yeah, this is, I don't know if you can see anything, but obviously the window's been busted in. So someone has been trying to get in here, that's obvious. And I don't know if you can tell, you see real closely, but there's a, right by the fire department connection, there's a door there, well, been boarded up as well. That was where office where the used car lot was. But let's see if we can get a better look around the back of the building. And again, you know, we're not here to destroy anything. We're here to, of course, document. You know, we're here to leave nothing but footprints and take nothing but nothing but photographs. Okay, sorry, I should know that motto by now. I've heard it from other more established urban explorers. I'm not established yet, obviously, but it's such a shame. This was only open for a couple of years and then they closed down. But yep, somebody has tried to get in here. And honestly, with this closed, there's really no supermarkets in this town. And you see houses over here, you see apartments back there. There's definitely a need for a supermarket in Clementon, New Jersey. This is my hometown. And of course, what always happens, you have here people dumping mattresses and whatnot. Of course, there's no door handle on that door, so there's no way to even try to get in. Yep, there's that. Now we have bottom dollar number 2986. I'm sure somebody could look that up and see all the bottom dollars. Ooh, what became of that? Came of them. But as you can hear, there's still power. 2986 on that door there. But yep, there's still power. Again, you can see the mail truck there. And don't dump here, you'll get in trouble. So don't do that. And here's there's more of the bottom dollar. Obviously, that, I guess that's a window and a door that was bricked in from when it was probably Odd Lots or Plus or whatever other things it was, or when it was a church. And here's for the former channel or Rickle, Big Lots, if you will. That door is about rusted out. And here's a compactor. As you can see, no one's doing anything with it, and this all is part of the Big Lots property. And apparently, judging from that sign, from those meters and from the sound of this generator, there is power to the building, so they probably have a security system, so you wouldn't want to even play. And again, there is, on this other side here, an active site. This is, of course, this portion over here is used by the Postal Service, so we don't want to bother them. But obviously, this is actually being used for something. But, let's take a look back here. See the garage doors. I guess that's part of the Big Lots then. But again, this area here, this is the Postal Service area, so we don't want to bother with them. So let's go back home. Go back to the car. Well, if I just did this shopping center here, this would be a very short video, and I already gave you a short video with the abandoned car dealership with an active used car lot. So I'm going to go do another explore, and I'm going to add it to this video. Okay? See you then. Well, folks, as promised, I found another site to explore, and I'm going to tack this on to the Clementon Big Lots and Bottom Dollar Food that we just went to. This is the Interborough Savings and Loan Association, Interborough Savings Bank, in Lindenwold, New Jersey, just down the pike. And this was the bank where I got my first savings account. It was a passbook account with a Mac card. For those of you not familiar, Mac or Money Access Center, I guess you could say it's kind of like Cash Station or some of the other like regional ATM companies. But even to this day, most people, when they say they're going in this area, when they say they're going to the ATM, they're saying they're going to tap Mac. But at any rate, little history, and I don't know when exactly this particular building was built. It judging from the architecture, and in fact, it's a drive-through bank, I would say probably the 50s or early 60s at the very latest, but probably 1950s. But the Interborough Savings and Loan Association was formed in 1939, and this particular location, up on the awning on the side facing Stone Road, which is the side street here, there used to be the letters Interborough Savings, and at night they would light up like this: Interborough Savings, Interborough Savings, Interborough Savings, Interborough Savings. It was really neat to watch. Of course, in 1998, do this off of memory, I looked this up, did some research yesterday actually, but in 1998, Interborough Savings was bought out by Hudson United Bank, and so they put up just a box sign. In fact, you can still see the frame of that sign where the Interborough Savings lighted sign used to be. And then in 2006, Hudson United Bank was bought out by TD Banknorth. This was the Portland, Maine-based American division of Toronto Dominion Bank's Canadian bank. Now, this is this part of the story. I have to explain a few things and put some other historical stuff into it to explain how this became abandoned. See, in 1973, Vernon Hill, a local investor, started Commerce Bank Corp. Interesting things about Commerce Bank was that they were using red. If you look at, you take a look at any Commerce Bank stuff, they had a big red C as their symbol, and that was unheard of for banks. Banks usually only use blue or they use green. They never use red because, being in the red means you're out of money. And so Commerce definitely was different in that respect. Also, were very colorful with their interior decor. I remember actually applying and interviewing for a job at their headquarters, and the guy was giving me the interview, and the tour was telling me this place looks like Walt Disney threw up. That's how he said it. But at any rate, now Commerce, because Vernon Hill was originally a Burger King franchise holder, he modeled his bank after other retail establishments because, you are selling a product, bank accounts, credit cards, debit cards, blah, 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 loans, Well, so his banks would be open 7 days a week, and they didn't have branches. They were all called stores. Now, why am I telling you all about Commerce Bank? Well, see, in 2007, Vernon Hill was ousted from his company that he formed by the board. And in 2008, I believe, that's when TD Banknorth took over Commerce. Originally, it was supposed to be called TD Commerce Bank. But there's another Commerce Bank up in New England, and they were, upset noticeably. So, and obviously, so that's why you see TD Bank. That's what it became known as. And it adopted all of Commerce's intricacies pretty much. They opened 7 days and convenient hours. And they still call themselves America's Convenient Bank, America's Most Convenient Bank, which was Commerce's tagline. Only they don't have the red anywhere, like the red C's, now the green TDs. But they still are very colorful when you go to them, and they still very, the decor is very nice to look at, not like a typical bank. Now, why am I saying all that about Commerce, now TD Bank? Well, this was a TD Banknorth branch in its final years. In fact, you'll notice the sign posts, while the TD Banknorth signs are gone, they're all painted green to match the TD Banknorth colors. Well, just down the pike from here, probably not even a 5-minute maybe more like a 3-minute drive from here, in Stratford, New Jersey, is a former Commerce store that's now a TD Bank store. So, of course, because TD Banknorth, now TD Bank, took over that location, this location's not that far away at all. I mean, you could walk to either one very easily, I might add. I've done it before. Well, actually, I walked a little further down the road, a little further down the road, but yeah, I pretty much could do that. I would say that that's pretty much the reason why this location was closed down. Of course, again, this location is very old, and it's a lot like a lot of old banks. And of course, the former Commerce, well, that was built, I believe, in the 1990s, maybe. It's a very recent bank. It's fairly new and more modern. So the choice was easy, which one to close down. And they did, actually, interesting enough, they also did this down in Berlin, where they kept the former Commerce and they closed their TD Banknorth location. That location is now called the Vault. It's an interesting place, I've heard. I think I should check that out in a future video. If you like it, let me know. Like me to do that, let me know. But I want to see what we can see here, and maybe even share with you a little bit about my recollection of this place as we further take a look. Yep, I know this area pretty well. That's St. Lawrence Catholic Church. I was christened there as a baby. For whatever reason, I don't know. But yes, you can see this is where the Interrow Savings sign used to be before they replaced it with a more bland sign for Hudson United Bank and later TD Bank. But you can see how they painted it green, and they did the same thing there. The signs are all painted green. Here we are at the drive-through lane. Now let me share with you a little story about the drive-through lane. I was a little baby at the time. Maybe a year or two old, I don't know, but my mom and dad had a 71 Pontiac Grand Safari wagon. Let me just tell you, this is back when they built cars, big, gigantic behemoths. And it was given to them by my grandfather on my dad's side of the family. And it was possibly in this drive-through lane, I'm not sure. But fuel pump had been replaced, and while in this lane, best I can tell based on what my mom has told me, as my mom was sitting here doing her transaction, under the hood, smoke started coming up later, flames. The lady in the teller was like, "Could you move your car out?" And my mom was like, "Heck no." Maybe something stronger, I don't know. And she pulled me out, and we got out, and but the car was totaled. But it probably happened right here. Ooh, so this is slated for demolition, I guess, if you got Hargrove sticker. Well, there's no... I don't see any power, so I don't know if this place... I do believe this place does have power. We use the depository. And take a look at this brick here. This is a very nice style of brick. They really made this really fancy-like. It's where the ATM used to be. Let's take a look and see if we can see in here, see what we see. And I don't know if I can see anything. Okay, I can't really tell. And you see kind of the label scar here for TD Banknorth. And it's ours. Let's see if we can get a good look in here. I don't know. Pepperidge Farm members, though. Let's see if we can get a better look inside here. And of course, don't go in here. You're not supposed to, but American Express gift checks are sold here. But yes, it's private property, so we can't get in. Always respect private property laws. You can see something was taped up here, and they put up some film here so you can't see through the door. But you can take a look here at the tile. You can see that it's not doing so hot. And let's see if we get a better look-see through the curtains here. And I just see an office here. Hello. And yeah, they have power. There's a light on in here. And let's see if we can see anything here. Yes, we see something. Not much, but a little bit. Now, you remember that brick I showed you? Now, this brick here is actually all new, and I'll tell you why. A few years back, while it still was abandoned, a car crashed into here and knocked this brickwork out. So this is all new brick that they painted. As you can see right there, they had to paint over. It was red brick they used, and they had to paint it over. And they did a pretty good job. You can't tell that it was ever damaged, and you really can't see through here, but perhaps, yep, can't see through there either. Yeah, it's really hard to see through here. And here's another sign. And here's a TD Banknorth sign that was turned inside out, as you can see here. What you can read here: drive up, 24-hour ATM. And this is an interesting thing. I know we can't get in, obviously, but this is the back portion here. There's a door there, and also leading up to the roof over there. And this used to be open, but they filled it with some concrete for obvious reasons, I guess. Keep people from going in here. Here's a window. I've never known that to be there, but oh well. But yep, you kind of see all the foliage growing in through there, and the steps. And again, we're back to the drive-through lane where I had a close call when I was too young. So I think we can end this one right here for you. And there you have it, folks. Feel better about giving you a video with a little more content. Sorry, I wish we could get a little more views inside the building there, inside that bank, but I tried. And again, when they say no trespassing, they mean you don't go into that building under any circumstances. So that's understandable. But again, like, share, subscribe, hit the button or ring the bell, and hope to see you again soon. Take it easy.